All right, man. At the heart of your trust, we have these vaults that we keep talking about in Warrior. And so what exactly is a vault? What does that look like? Why is it even necessary to be at the core, at the center of everything that you do? Let me show you why this is so critical. Okay, you're over on the left here. We have your income tank. All right, now this is all sorts of income. It can be from a W-2 job where you're making a salary. It can be from your business coming, business income coming in. It can be, I don't care if you win the lottery, if you sell a piece of real estate, whatever that looks like. Any money coming into your personal economy is something we call your lifetime capital potential. We call it that because it's finite, doesn't go on forever, okay? And as that money comes in, here's the problem. The money flows into your personal economy, and the first place that we lose our wealth or we transfer wealth is through taxes. So you and I talked about that recently, how much we lose in taxes and how to fix that problem. The other area where we consistently lose money is in just paying for expenses. I'm talking if it's your business, if it's your company, I'm talking your overhead expenses. If it's your personal economy in your home, it's lifestyle expenses. It's your housing expenses. It's your car, paying for your automobile, education expenses, dining out. It's food and clothing. It's entertainment. It's travel. It's all this stuff. Okay? Now, why is that important? Why is it critical to shore that up and to stop that bleeding? Let's take a look at it. So, how much money is that? Well, let's go through this example real quickly. Let's say you're a 40-year-old business owner, all right? And we're just looking to age 65 because that's a traditional age in which people tend to look at the exit strategy and look at just creating income that they can live on forever. You and I both know that we operate differently, which is great, but let's just take a 20-year period of time and take a look at it. Now, if your business is generating $1 million a year, as a safe round number, I like to use round numbers, and you're expecting that growth to be about 3% a year just to stay ahead of inflation. Let's say you got $100,000 in savings. I don't know what your savings looks like, but let's say you got $100,000, and let's just say you're able to consistently get 6% returns like you can in these vaults. Okay, imagine that the $100,000 was sitting in the vault already, earning 6%. Okay. When I hit calculate, I want you to see these numbers. They're ridiculous. All right. So in the next 20 years, essentially what we're looking at from age 40 to 60, gross revenue of $1 million growing at 3%. You're talking $26.8 million flowing into that income tank that we talked about. All right. Now, if you add the $100,000 in savings that is growing at 6%, the number just becomes staggering. We're talking $50 million. Okay. Now, the question I have for you is what mechanism or how are you actually capturing and controlling that income and the flow of capital that comes into your personal economy? Do you have a mechanism? Do you have a vault in place? And same with the lifetime capital potential of 50 million. This is the potential. The other way of looking at it is if I could write you a check right now for $50 million, what would you do with the money? And of course, you'd spend some of it. You'd probably invest some of it, and you'd probably, pay off some debt, do whatever you're going to do. But the majority of it, you want to keep and save and protect, right? And so if that's the ultimate goal is to keep the money and grow the money, right? Then you have to look at and analyze, what am I doing with the dollars that are coming in right now today? Because eventually, over time, that will add up to over $50 million. It has to, just in the flow of capital. Okay, so when we go back to our personal economy and we look at where we're leaking that wealth, it comes in the form of four main categories: taxes, debt service, lifestyle, and then the goal is to save as much as we humanly can possible, as much as possible. But all said and done with taxes, state and federal taxes on your business, you're looking at probably more than 35% of every dollar coming in is being taxed, right? And so if we look at that taxation and the effect of it over time, I mean, look at this. This is just staggering to me. $17 million gone in 20 years. So what would you do if you were able to keep and capture that $17 million?